Hello Taurus, welcome to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. This week, Taurus, is Fairy Week reading, so we're going to go into the Fairy deck and we're going to get a card for you, a message to you from a fairy, and then we're going to go into the tarot. We're going to find out what the energy of the fairies is asking you to release, what they're asking you to embrace, give you a little hint of hidden factors surrounding you that you are unaware of, as well as the energy that is approaching you. So, what else? Oh yeah, there is an extended at the end of this reading. If you're drawn to it, the link is at the top of the description. In the extended, I will pull out another fairy card that's going to represent the archetypal energy of your inner child. And the entire extended is basically your deeper soul, your inner child speaking to you on moving forward. So let's get started. I feel like there's something else I'm supposed to say or mention and I can't remember. No, I forgot to put my poppy on. Maybe that's what it is. Oh yeah, I still have my orthodontic device, so if my speech isn't perfect, that's why. It's not gonna sit there. What is it? This is not working. Oh dear. Maybe I have to edit this part of the video. Where can I put it so it's gonna... There, is that better? There, that's better. It kind of blends in with my shirt today. All right. All right, Taurus. A card for Taurus. A card for Taurus. A fairy card for Taurus. My bovine babies. Yeah, my bovine babies. I haven't used that in a while. Okay, bovine babies. You have the Singer of the Chalice. Oh, this is a great card. Someone else had this. Now I can't remember if they had it in the YouTube or the extended, but I've already read it and it's a really good card. So let's go into the book. The Singer of the Chalice for you. Trust, joy, patience, creativity, hope, and miracles. This singer holds the chalice from which a rainbow of energies pours like the richest wine. Trust, love, patience. These are things we think of having or not having. We even give ourselves credit for having them, as if we made them ourselves. And yet, they are natural energies of the cosmos which flow through the chalice and through us when we are open to them, and flow around us when we are blocking them. People often think that love and hate are two sides of the same emotional coin, but that isn't quite true. Love is not simply the absence of hate, nor is hate the absence of love. They're altogether different things, as can easily be seen. When we are angry, it wears us out and leaves us feeling like less than we were. But when we love, it energizes us and we feel larger and richer than we were before that burst of love began flowing through us. This is because anger comes from within, burning from our own substance, while love is an energy that flows through us, enlightening and expanding us. So, as a reading... So in a reading, with the help of the Singer of the Chalice and of the fairies, you too can get this one feeling that is all the good feelings in one. Unconditional love, trust, hope, healing, patience, and so on. Open is open. Be open. If you don't know how, ask. It is right there. Interesting. You know what I get when I pull that card? I really have the whole feeling of... like divine love is all around you. Universal love is all around you. But if you're kind of vibrating in an energy that is not that, it's a little lower, it's a little more negative. It can be filled with, not filled with, but it can be associated with hate, frustration, anger, depression, sadness, grief. There's so many, like it's just a lower energy. And it feels like to me that the universe, when this card comes out for you, is trying to remind you that you're sort of surrounded by this energy. And it's not to say that all those emotions aren't natural and aren't something that we're all going to go through at different times. But perhaps there's an opportunity for you to come out of that energy a bit and start feeling the more natural energy that surrounds you and that you're also a part of. So let's go into the good tarot. I'll tell you, it's not so good to shuffle. It's a son of a gun to shuffle. Here. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what, the singer of the chalice, we're going to find out what is asking you to release, to embrace, indication of hidden factors around you, and the energy that is approaching you. What are you being asked to release? Interesting, the Hierophant. Look at the way you stepping right into your reading there. Now, I feel like there's a double message that comes through with this. I feel like it is release any control that maybe you're holding on to between your connection that you personally have with the universe, with guidance, with like release any control factors in that. And then like let that go. Purge it. And then the second message that comes in after that is like release you. Whether it's some sort of frame of mind, an attitude maybe that's kind of developed over a situation, something you're like release you, allow you to be free. Let's keep going. Let's see where it goes. What are you being asked to embrace? The King of Air. This energy is very powerful for me this week. Where does it come in? He's been popping around. Because I'm sure he was in Aquarius and I think he was in Aries. Was he in both? I don't know. But I just feel like this energy is really present. This King of Air energy is really, really present. Embrace it. Who is this? I really feel like I'm saying that this like who is this? So let's find out. Let's keep going. Hidden factors that you were unaware of. The Three of Earth. Three of Pentacles. You know, I like this card. To me is like mixing up the Three of Pentacles with a good dash of the Three of Wands. Because it feels so much to me like someone is standing on the shore and looking out and waiting for something. Mixing those two together, I feel like it's the anticipation of something good that you can mix in with. Because the Three of Pentacles is sharing your energy, working really well with others in a very collaborative way that is very equal in the creative process and growing and expanding from each other. It's a really good. And it's almost like the anticipation of this. This is a hidden factor that you are unaware of. I can't help but feel like this King of Air is almost some energy that's coming through this week. It's different. And it's associated with the hidden factor. So the energy that is approaching you is the Hanged Man. I don't feel like that this is a state that you're moving into. I kind of feel like the Hanged Man is the energy of something outside of you that has been in a state of observation, internal exploration, looking at things from a lot of different perspectives and angles. It's a very curious energy in your reading. What's at the bottom here? The Magician. Look at that. These two. I don't know what it is. Oh, yeah. Okay, so this King of Air, what came through a bit in Aquarius, what was it like? Whispers behind the mask. And right, like he is wearing a mask. And it's the funniest thing, because when I did the Aquarius reading, it wasn't so much the mask on him. What really wasn't what was coming through. It was a visual of people wearing like the mask right now in COVID. And like words being said behind the mask, or even just mouthing something. But you can't, because people can, you know, I could say something or I could do something with my mouth and you wouldn't know it. So it was kind of like that energy. But yet now when I see these two, they feel so similar. They really feel similar. And it is actually like, it's a lot of kind of Gemini energy that's coming through in this reading here. And removing the mask, the King of Air almost removing the mask to display themselves as the Magician. Now, whoa, look what I almost did. What are you being asked to embrace? That's so weird. Let's see where this goes. Okay, so bringing this too back into the singer of the chalice. There is definitely, if you release yourself, if you release the hold that you've placed on your belief system here, that's what I'm feeling. Release the hold, any holds that you've placed on your belief system, any, I'm getting like 8 of Swords. Any way that you've tied any belief system down, release that. They both have wings, don't they? Everybody's got wings. Is that typical in here? No, not everybody has wings in here. Look at that. Wings. Wings. They're small, but they're there. Wings. And wings. There's an awful lot of very divine take flight energy. Uplifting. Right? And that's what the Singer of the Chalice is reminding you of. That there is the energy of divine uplifting around you, but connecting to it. It's not so much trying to connect to it, where it is releasing the confinements that you have on yourself here. Confining energy. Because her hands, there's the one thing I'm not crazy about with this card. You know, and it does talk about, this is the only Hierophant card where I've ever seen it depicted as a feminine. And all of the kind of the tools of the trade that she has here are things that I would really associate with sort of feminine energy. What the feminine would work on, or how they would work on things. Potions. I mean, there's a quill, like poetry and writing. A cup, emotions and love and intuition, a perfume bottle like alchemy and the gold rings, commitment, family. But yet her hands are bound. She can't touch these things. She can't physically touch these things with her hands, right? But yet she has the wings, like she is divine energy. She has the wings and she can take flight. Yeah, right? Like you are bound to the concepts that man has created here. Whether you're a man or a woman, right? Coming to this reading, you are bound to the concepts that mankind has placed here. This is very similar to messages that were coming out a little while ago about the Hierophant. And if the Hierophant was never meant, this energy, you know, like the social structures that we create that are in a way to mimic divinity on earth, like not being savage animals, having some social structure, having some rules. But often I feel the Hierophant lags behind the social change that is needed. The social change comes in on something different, like the Star card. Like that kind of energy. The hope, the dreams, the wishes. That's where it really starts. And then the Hierophant energy kind of comes in after that and tries to ground it. But it can be, I find it can be very persistent and it can hang on. It's heavy. It's earth energy. And that's a bit of this, like almost you have concepts and realities that go beyond what the Hierophant sees as acceptable. That's why you need to release yourself a bit from this. because there's new concepts and ideas, and yes, at first they will be difficult for the energy of Hierophant, for the government, for society, for churches to embrace, but then they always do, right? Like if we look back on history, how much has changed for society and for people, but there's still a need for changes, and perhaps, you know, you could look at this on a very personal level for yourself. Also look at it in terms of your community and how you're involved with that. And yeah, it's okay to push. It's okay to push, I'm hearing. It's okay to push. So let's see what this, yeah. I really have to say that this Hierophant card is one of the most intriguing pieces of artwork in any of the decks. I mean, you can look at it in so many ways. And it's almost like the sun sits behind her. Look at that. The Justice card has come out. See, right? Like, there is a cosmic balance that needs to take place here. Either, like, yes, for you on a personal level, but somehow that personal level serves on also a much higher level. Again, because the hands are being held up, almost like they're like this above the head. So it is sort of in the prayer, but also directing energy up. There's the problem. You need to bring it from above and bring it below. Where I feel like the Hierophant, I almost feeling like the Hierophant almost worldwide is becoming a little too big on itself. It feels a little reversed, like it sees itself as divine and it needs to control. But yes, that needs to be reversed. Because the Magician, right? The Magician. So be it from above, it shall be below. That's the way it works. That's the divine cycle. Whereas you end up in toxic devil energy where the pentagram is the pentacle has become a pentagram, right? In reverse, where the energy is now below is what it is, and that will dictate to above, but it doesn't work that way. Wow, interesting reading. Yeah, because this energy is all around and it's trying to break through, Taurus. It's trying to break through, and I feel like you are trying to break through. You are trying to break through. And I feel like the energy supports you to do that. Because the Justice card is here. It does. Okay, where does this go? The Hanged Man. The Three of Wands. Five of Cups. Seven of Cups. Where's that one again? Is it something? No. Yeah, okay, it is. No. Sorry. Yeah, it is. It's the Hermit. I'm thinking, no. It gets me a little bit confused with the Hanged. Anyways, never mind me. It's because they don't have anything written on these, and I'm not great at memorizing the numbers. Oh, the Hermit is the number. No. Earth, the Four of Swords, the King of Swords. So he's here twice. The King of Pentacles, the Star. Oh, did you hear that? Oh, isn't that perfect? The Star. Beep, beep, beep. Very interesting. So, the Hierophant. I have talked a lot about this, what you're asked to release. But it's not like a simple, release this concept, stop waiting around, go and do stuff. Like, it's not like that at all. It's a really deep concept about feeling confined and pulled back by patterns and structure that are not, you can't sit in it. It's not serving you. And you know what? If anything, Taurus, you're the one to redesign the Hierophant. You're the one to reconstruct the Hierophant. Because it's your energy. It's up to you. It's just like, okay, can you handle it? I just gave you an assignment. It's last week. You have the Justice card, the Hanged Man, and the Three of Wands. interesting because this Hanged Man energy is what's over here. The Hanged Man. The energy that is approaching you. And I talked about the star. The star energy is what should be feeding the change to the Hierophant. The Hierophant cannot change the star. The star is above. It's in the cosmos. It's, you know, billions of years old. And it does its shit all on its own in a vacuum of space. That's pretty powerful. And so, like, we can't make anything beyond that. It reminds me of a joke I heard once. Let me get it right. I never get these right. So, it was, scientists or biologists, whatever you want to call them, mankind, pretty much figured they could do anything that God could do. And whatever God is for you, it's stuff beyond us. I mean, come on. There's bigger stuff beyond us. But we are also part of that. So they made a bet with God. They made a deal with him. We can make anything that you can make. Anything. God was like, okay, cool. I'm up for it. What do you want to do? I don't remember what. I think they were going to create some sort of new type of plant life. So I guess the scientists had a plan that they were going to genetically modify something and create a whole new species of plant. God was like, good, let's do it. All right. So God scooped up a handful of dirt and the scientists scooped up a handful of dirt. And he said, no. I made that. No, you can't use that. I made that. You have to use your own. I'm like, well, we don't have our own. Like, okay. Right? Do you see what I'm saying? Like, it has to come from above to below. This is a really preachy reading. I didn't see this coming. I'm so sorry. It's just going where it's going. But the star is what's over here with the Hanged Man. Right? And the Hanged Man is part of like this watching. Justice is sitting here for you in this release. It sits in limbo in anticipation with the Hanged Man and the Three of Wands. Right? Oh, and here, like I said, this Three of Earth reminds me so much of the Three of Wands. Standing on a shore, anticipating something to come in. Watching, waiting, and hoping. Who is this King of Air dude? I don't know. I get a funny vibe from him. The Five of Cups, the Seven of Cups, and the Hermit. That does not feel like the kind of energy that would suit the King of Air to me. The King of Swords. This King of Air, this is some sort of energy that's you're being asked to embrace. But why would you be asked to embrace this? This is like a person to me. Take it how you will. It's coming out to me like a person, this King of Air. It could be Aquarius, Gemini, Libra, or just someone who has it in your chart, or just someone who is got a serious damn ass poker face with this mask on. They're protecting information very carefully. I feel like this person wants to speak something. This is the first time ever that I've noticed the lips are slightly apart. Almost as if to say something but not to. There is the energy of this person. There is disappointment. There's disappointment. There is confusion on options. And there is solitude with the Hermit. You could look at this too. I mean, for all of you, it doesn't have to be a person. It's just how it's coming out to me right now, this week. But you can look at it too as clearly looking, trying to really clearly understand the things that have come out, that have unfolded, in your life in a way that were disappointing to you. You did not really anticipate it going that way. There's a lot of shit. If we were getting involved in things that we thought, you know what, I'm pretty sure this is not going to work out and I'm going to be really disappointed at the end. You really need to do a good life assessment if you make choices like that on a regular basis. Like, there might be the odd time you think, I don't know. I have a feeling I couldn't. Let's just see where this goes, right? Let's just see where this goes. I have a feeling this could be disappointing, but let's see where that. I mean, you might do that once in a while, just to see how this unfolds. But in general, like, we don't. We're kind of hopeful that things will happen really well here for us moving forward. or they will come out the way that we are hoping they will come out. But this has not. There is some sort of, like, looking at things that have been disappointing. And there's a lot of confusion that arises in this. And perhaps it's about, you know, with the Seven of Cups, it can be a little bit, mixing that with the Five of Cups, I want to say, a little bit of not trusting your judgment or not sure how to move forward. Because I ended up disappointed, and I ended up disappointed there. It didn't work out the way I anticipated it in any way. And I kind of thought I was making the right choices moving forward to do that. So how did I end up there? And I mean, in one way I want to say the Hermit is really good, because the Hermit is going really within and looking for answers within. Trying to see, like, what role you played in your own life and what ended up being disappointed. So the hidden factors that you are unaware of. So we have the Three of Earth, which I read this so much like the Three of Wands, because she's standing on shore looking out. It's really like, so I feel like somebody is maybe looking out or watching for you is the best way I could describe that. It's a hidden factor that you are unaware of. So if you were standing and looking out, you would kind of be aware of that, right? Be self-aware, at least to that limit. We have the Queen of Wands, the Four of Swords, and the King of Swords. See, the King of Swords. There he is again. We have a lot of repeats in this reading. A lot of repeats. See, the King of Air, the King of Swords, I still, strongly for me, I feel like it's a person. And I feel like this person is looking or waiting or watching for you. Because they're disappointed. They're disappointed. And it has put them in a lot of self-reflection. I'm going to keep going with this because it feels like this person is, like, for them, they see you like really creative, dynamic, fun, energetic, beautiful, attractive. The Queen of Wands is really usually that energy that's very, very sexy, very spicy. But there's rest here with the Four of Swords. So you're resting, you're recovering, you're sleeping. Oh, it's really funny. I fell asleep before the Aries reading yesterday. I needed a little nap. I felt like right on the table. Like, I was tired. So I feel like there's someone waiting for you or watching for you. I'm just going to say that, Taurus. Energy that is approaching you, right, was the Hanged Man. And it's associated with this Hierophant. It's just like, this Hierophant lately, there's things that need to be changed. And you kind of feel that all over the world, right? The way things are right now. There's things that need to be changed. And they can't be changed. They cannot be changed. Well, it's true though. I mean, they can be changed and adjusted in a very slow way through the energy of the Hierophant. But the Hierophant sometimes needs to be completely reconstructed, Taurus. I really feel like we're at a time in that. And because this is your energy, the Hierophant, and in some way, the universe is asking you to reconstruct yourself. And by doing that, then you live by example and almost radiate the new energy of the Hierophant. I know it sounds really out there and cosmic, but I really feel like that. So the Hanged Man is the Seven of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Star. Look at both these kings. They both have, I gotta stand up. The camera's a little bit further away. Oh, in the sun today. And they both have their, resting their chins on their, look at them. It's like they're waiting. It's like they're waiting. They're anticipating. They're bored. Maybe because you're spicy and fun, being the Queen of Wands. I don't know, Taurus. I feel like the waiting. I don't know about you, but like 10 months ago, but I'm tired of waiting. Just do it, man. Like, just do it. But yeah, Taurus, I don't know, you yourself can be comfortable. I mean, you can be more patient than me, so pretty good at that. I just like annoyed at it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whoever this is, I'm just annoyed at this energy of waiting. I want to know with this Magician. I'm going to ask questions about this card. Your reading is really, I don't know, I didn't see this coming. You never know what the hell is going to come out when you do these. Like, oh yeah, no, there's... This Magician, I feel like it's somehow a transformation of the King of Swords into this energy. And please, like, feel free to bend this a little bit, that like maybe you're going through this process and you're bored with trying to see things in a new way. The energy that's approaching you is the Hanged Man. This is someone who's been trying to see something in a whole different way. Trying to see themselves, trying to see life. Maybe even looking at this Hierophant. Maybe you can really, because you represent this, maybe you represent the change in the Hierophant. Because it is a change. All the other Hierophant cards is a man. Is totally a man. All the other cards I have, they're all men. But this is a change. It is a feminine. It is a female depiction of the Hierophant. I really feel like you are somehow a catalyst for some kind of change here. Change in your own life. That's the first thing that's asked of you here. That is the first thing that is asked of you here, Taurus, is a change in your life. And through doing that, you start to bend space and time, matter, to create a new Hierophant energy, a new concept. And with the Magician, so in some ways you release the King of Swords from entrapment. You release knowledge and clarity, and you turn it back into bringing energy from above to below, because that is how the change happens. That is how evolution occurs. That is how society moves forward in a positive way. The Magician, the Ten of Wands, the Empress, and the Two of Swords. See, by removing the mask, there's some sort of mask removal here. And when we go into the Magician, when this person goes into the Magician, there is a release of a burden. And the Empress, that is total abundance. That is the embodiment. I mean, it's also often, people will say the Empress is like very Taurian energy, because it very much is manifesting in the three-dimensional. It is taking from above and bringing it to below and creating things around you with it. It's not just the concept. Like, you can look at the Hierophant and say in some ways it can be the concept of this, where the Empress really grounds it and produces it. I mean, often she's depicted as pregnant. She creates new life. New life is brought here from where? Where does that spark, that soul come from? And the Two of Swords, though, this is indecision. It's a decision. I'm going to ask one last thing here. I'm going to ask a specific message. I'm going to get another deck because a lot of cards came out. From the Singer of the Chalice for you. From the Singer of the Chalice, steampunk time. Steampunk. I like it because we're combining the past and the future. Where time no longer exists. Time, it does not exist, actually. Time is completely a man-made construct. I mean, we kind of need it. No one would ever appear anywhere at any time that you figured they would. Right? Like, time does not exist outside of the three dimension. And it's such a hard concept to grasp. I remember as a little kid always trying to imagine myself not existing. I could think up anything. I could dream anything, imagine anything, and it wouldn't give me the discomfort of that. Like, just imagine, like, just my consciousness not existing anymore. And I think it gave me so much discomfort that, Jesus Murphy, it's the Hierophant again. It gave me so much discomfort. Sorry, see, I'm on a track and then Spirit throws cards out at me. It gave me so much discomfort that I've come to realize it's because it's the one thing that I can't make happen. Where anything else I can. Anything else in my wildest dreams, it doesn't make me uncomfortable. It doesn't give me that sort of discomfort, which tells me it's possible. It's anything that you dream can be. And all of it is in a way connected to divine. Even if it's a negative dream, you might feel kind of a negative fantasy or something just to go there for the sake of it. But you kind of feel negative. This is a different feeling. Like, it's almost like, I can't even explain it. It's a different feeling. But I don't know how where did we go with that? Anyway, so this is one of those readings, guys. You got 2 5s. The Hierophant needs to be changed. This is a really interesting reading. The Singer of the Chalice. This is one of the most powerful. We've only done, this is the 4th one this week so far. But I really see this one as being one of the more powerful ones this week. Because look at, the 5s really signify, typically, in the tarot, a change. This energy is not good. It's an indication that, something has got to occur, whether it is, and you guys had a little bit of like being in the basement only to come up again. The Hierophant is sitting here with the 5 of Pentacles, an energy that is not the best, that's for sure. And it is almost as if it's telling me, the Singer of the Chalice is saying, this needs to be changed. Something for you that needs to be changed. And when you change it for you, you change it maybe not so quickly and suddenly for the rest of the world, but you do. See, I see her walking, and it can be hard to see that because, there's things within our lives that we have so much respect and nostalgic energy for, memories. But she's pulling the child away from what they have. That's what I see here. You see the 2 children are sitting and listening to this older man, about his wisdom, but it's his perspective. That's what I'm getting. It's his perspective. And she's pulling him away. She's chosen to pull hers away almost, right? Like saying, no. There's another perspective here that you also need to see. It's not just this Hierophant here. You need to see this perspective. Or you need to at least be pulled away from the energy of that perspective and be allowed to see what's in front of you. Other things that are possibilities also. Or you need to have the right to see other things. Yeah, because you have to see like pulling the child away from this energy to see this one is also very forceful, where really you just want to broaden the perspective. Don't forget to look over here too, honey. What I'm here like, don't forget to also look over here. And now you make your choice, and that's how the Hierophant is rebuilt. I'm going to leave it at that. My gosh. Okay, the extended. I'm going to go to the extended. Wow, Taurus. I didn't see that coming like nothing. Like, wow. All right. Thanks, guys. That was really deep, man. Oh, my goodness. And until next time, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.